Shea. Sorensen, Shea, the storm alert is moderate right now. And you have a live look outside. It's getting to that point where we need to tell people about the temperatures outside too, because it's getting so warm just early in the morning.
I know we don't have that overnight relief anymore, which is sad. You know, temperatures used to drop into the 60s and the 70s. That's not the case anymore. We're talking mainly 70s and 80s now, but at least not 90s like our friends up in Phoenix, our poor friends in Phoenix. We're close to that 90-degree mark though here in Tucson. 87 here, 80 in Safford, 85 in Oro Valley, mid-70s for Sierra Vista and Tubac, so feeling pretty good there. 68 in Summer Haven. But a beautiful start, you know, especially with that sunrise. Temperature-wise, not so much, but later on this afternoon, of course, we all know it's going to get worse. Excessive heat warning continues now until Wednesday night at 10 p.m. for all of southeastern Arizona, excluding the Sky Islands. So our high terrain is not included in the excessive heat warning, but the rest of us, of course, are, and temperatures will range anywhere from 102 to 113 degrees for the next few days. So very brutal temperatures over the next several afternoons. This afternoon, we are pushing back towards 111, which is what we got to yesterday, breaking the previous record at the airport, which stood at 110. 113 for Avar Valley and Marana, 108 degrees for Green Valley, 109 for Salrita. So brutally hot temperatures. You have to limit your time outside on days like this. Stay hydrated. Remember, of course, look before you lock as well. To the south and east, mainly in the 90s and low 100s, but we are showing some cooling on our temperature map this afternoon thanks to some monsoon storms. So the biggest threat with the storms later on this afternoon is going to be really gusty wind, potentially damaging gusty wind, and that in turn could cause some blowing dust. And that is why we have a blowing dust advisory from 1 p.m. until 10 p.m. this evening for a decent portion of Santa Cruz County, central and eastern Pima County, including Metro Tucson, and this includes most of Pinal County as well. So if you live in any of these areas highlighted in tan, you need to be aware of blowing dust between 1 o'clock this afternoon and 10 p.m. tonight. So just a few reminders for blowing dust. Remember, always pull aside, stay alive. If you cannot see in front of you, it's just the best thing you can do. Pull your vehicle off the shoulder, put your vehicle in park, and turn off all of the lights. And you need to do that to avoid being rear-ended, because if you leave your lights on, some cars behind you might think you're still on the road. So do all those things and you will be okay, but never drive through blowing dust. Futurecast this afternoon, some strong storms developing as early as about lunchtime. This is around noon, especially to the south and east of Tucson. Some strong to severe storms possible around 3 p.m. this afternoon, and these are the guys that could produce that blowing dust, especially up I-19 and up towards I-10 through Pinal County. Other impacts with these storms: small hail, heavy rain, a lot of lightning as well, so stay storm alert. Storms will continue to move their way westward, a little bit active up towards the northeast of Tucson later on this evening, but most of us will dry out after midnight tonight. When it comes to our rainfall totals, mainly light, but a couple isolated spots could pick up about a ½ inch to 1.5 inches, especially in central Pima County. Pretty active every single afternoon this week, but staying hot through Wednesday. Records in jeopardy every single day as well. Temperatures a little bit better by the weekend, but still pretty hot with a 40% chance for storms.